Today I wanted to discuss how MiHoYo went about releasing version 2 of Genshin Impact. I believe it was a significant improvement to release the region broken apart with sections of the story as opposed to releasing both all at once. I remember back when Liyue was released, I got through that content in 1 or 2 days, aside from full exploration of the map. And I probably wasn't counted among the faster people who did it. I'm sure that other people who had less real life things to do got through even faster. Mondstadt there was a restriction to how fast we could progress through because we actually had to gain the power to even manage the content. Meanwhile Liyue, most people went in more powerful than the story was prepared for. So we just smashed through all the content, aside from Child before he got nerfed. Inazuma forced us to wait, after kicking us out of Narukami Island with our tails between our legs because it beat the hell out of us. We didn't know exactly what was going on with the story, so actually open discussion and theory crafting, which was really enjoyable. And because the plot was something to look forward to, people stuck with the game. I do think that version 3 should be distributed in a similar way, but I think that improvements could be made on this strategy. Remember all those side quests we get when we run around the world? Imagine if those realistically triggered when events happened within the regions that we're visiting, instead of we just find some people in a specific area and oh look, blue exclamation mark, I have things to do for some stranger I don't know for no good reason. What if those triggered not individually too? So it's not like when we had to visit the shrine every day for a period of time to build a cat statue. And it actually felt kind of useful. So we get through that storyline, get through an entire quest line, and then for completing that quest line, we potentially unlock another one related to it instead of just singular quests. And they have actual story significance to make up for the mid-time before the rest of the region gets unlocked. So, as an example, imagine we're in Sumeru and we're waiting to be able to access the Academia, or, the research facility, whatever we want to call it. So, during that time period, it turns out one of the researchers gives you a quest like, hey, you want to do this for me, I'll help you get in. Okay, we can do that quest line. And then afterwards he's like, okay, well, we've been caught onto, here is a different quest line after the help you've given me, because we've been caught out and I need to get out of this mess too, otherwise we're all screwed. It takes all the boring stuff out of the main story that none of us wanted to do, like what happened with Watatsumi Island. A lot of that was really boring, and it also made Watatsumi Island's troops look really stupid, and instead puts it into side quests. So when we get the actual region unlock, we have actually cool quests to do, instead of stupid ones. And this shouldn't realistically screw over the way that the main story would play out on a new account if all of Sumeru was released, for example. So imagine someone's playing that point and they get to where the cutoff was, and they're forced to do ordinary subquests to make it so they're able to access the main quest again. There'd just be flags on the events, so after you've done that side quest, the main story would unlock again because you've completed all the conditions required to trigger it. I don't see how this would be an issue. It'd just increase the amount of playtime, and it'd make the boring stuff not be a part of what we'd consider the actual arc. And it'd make periods like this one maybe a little less likely. Currently, as you can see on the screen, I'm planting flowers, and that's it. That's kind of all I'm doing. Though I am also going to be doing ley lines later, but that's not the point. There should be more to keep me engaged, and I personally didn't find the other event that happened recently involving the Ruin Guard very interesting. I like lore. Serai Island's release gave me lore. This does not. Albedo, his new appearance shown in the trailer, that looks like it's gonna give me lore, and I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, this is just short and sweet. I'm curious on how you guys think they should release the story from now on when it comes to Genshin. Ultimately, our opinions might not have any significance, but I do think that version 2 was significantly better than version 1, not just because of gameplay, but just because of how they laid out the content.